Well, it's the morning right now. It's kind of hard to feel hay in the morning, but it should give you, oh yeah. Oh yeah, she sounds crispy. You hear that crunching? That's in the morning. Well, let's get that V rake to my house, rake this, go to the next field, and then get Buddy, he can run the hay rake. I'll run the baler. What size of net wrap, or what size of rolls of net wrap do you buy? I get the 67 by 11,800 foot rolls. They're heavy rolls to work with. Once you put one roll in the baler, you're good for a while. There. I guess we better fuel her up before we leave. Let's roll. Alrighty. This little tiny hayfield at my house is raked. Let's head her to the next field. Head her to the next field here. This crop is a little bit heavier than my house. Better feel underneath it just to make sure it's ready to rake. It might be not quite ready. Oh, I think we're good to go there. No, I think we're good. Even if there is a couple wet spots, this sunlight, and it's windy today, that stuff will dry within an hour, maybe two, depends how wet it is. I think we're good to go. So the plan is, I'm going to rake the headland in this field. My wife's going to pick me up, run me back to our farm, get the Massey and the baler, zip to my house, bale that, then zip here. The hired man should be here shortly to take over on the rake. And by the time I get here with the baler, he'll be that much further ahead with the rake, right? Should work out good. Let's get after it. This is the one field that I really like to get baled with no rain on it. Lots of alfalfa and brome grass, timothy. A good feed for the calves. Hardly any weeds in here. The next hayfield after this one, it's got quite a bit of weeds in it, so that'll be good for the cows, I guess. But I don't think we got much rain on here because it's still got a tinge of green on the top stuff. Normally when you get a bunch of rain on your hay, it'll turn brown and shitty looking color, but this stuff doesn't look too bad. I think we got some rain, but not a lot. Oh, it's pretty heavy down on the bottom here. All right, we're back at our farm, fueling up the Massey. The wife picked me up out at the other field. The hired man's out there now, took over the hay rake. We'll fuel this up, sit to my place, bale that little piece, and then pin her to that next hayfield. All right, we're fueled up. Let's get out of here. Head her to my house. All right, we're at my place. Let's get this little piece rolled up. I wasn't gonna bother testing the bale. I'm almost certain it's dry, but what the heck, let's test it anyway. Try the middle. Oh yeah, I can tell that's dry. I don't know if you can see that number on there, but 14.5, it's kind of hard to see. I don't know why the screen's so dull, but it is. Get a new one. Never did. Try this side. Now, when it goes in that easy, normally it's dry. 14.5, can you see that? Probably can't see it. 14.5. They say to test the bale 3 or 5 spots or whatever, take the highest reading. 14.5. I could tell by just by baling it that it was dry. 14.5. Next field, however, it might not be bone dry, but it should be dry enough. Okay, let's roll her up. Got mine all baled up. Normally I get 9 bales out of this little tiny hayfield. Counter showing 6 bales, but the last bale was only half bales, so 5.5 bales. That's it. Not a very good hay crop this year. And we made it to the next hayfield. This stuff was cut at the same time my place was cut, at least the rounds and a few passes here. So I'm pretty sure it'll be dry, but it is a little bit heavier hay here than my place, so I guess we should jump out, see what the tester's showing just for fun. All right, we better test the bale here. Oh, it goes in nice and easy. I think it's dry or popcorn fart. Yep, 14.5. I'm not going to bother showing you the thing because you probably can't see it anyway. How about this side? It looks awfully dry. There's powder coming off the pickup when you're tying the bale. 14.5. That's the lowest this thing goes down to is 14.5. So if it's drier than that, it's not going to show it on this tester. 14.5 every test. Nice and dry. Kind of thought it would be though. Let's roll it up. Right on. Getting her done. He'll be done here probably in another hour. But I'll be baling here for probably a few hours yet. I think we're at a net wrap. Yep. Okay, well, I guess we'll change rolls. Well, that's got her. 3 1/4 baling acres, what this field ran. That's pretty decent, I think. Last year it was 4.5, but just didn't get that early rain this year, I guess, or not as much rain, I suppose. But off to the next field and see how much we can get done on that one tonight yet. Finally, a field I didn't have to rebale any bales. That's kind of nice. Well, we made it to the next field. See how much we can get done tonight yet. As you can see, this field's got a lot of bush in it. So there's lots of shade already, but that stuff was under dry, I believe. And I did the rounds and a good portion of this field after I did that field, so it should be nice and dry. So I had a little bit of hay left in the baler from the other field. Finished that bale in this field. Made this bale completely from this field alone. So let's test this bale. See what the tester's showing now. It looks dry by looking at it, but that doesn't mean much. Ooh, it might be a little tough. No, 14.5. Let's see if this thing even works. Jab it in the ground. Whoops. Jab it in the ground. What's it show now? 45. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. 45. So we know it's working. Clean it off. Let's try this end of the bale. That feels okay. 14.5. See it? Let's try over here. Part of this bale was baled like in the shade. So I was wondering if it was a little tough. It's quite, like on that close to the bush. Doesn't see a lot of sun, right? So I wondered about that, if it's already tough tonight. The wind died right down now. It's a beautiful evening. 14.5 every test, right on. Be able to go right till the sun sets. Try to get the headland done in this field tonight. 14.5 every test, beauty. Let's keep going. So, I'm doing this kind of backwards because, normally you don't want to rake it when it's this dry. You just smash the leaves right off the plant. But I didn't want the rake to get too far ahead of me, because if you rake it and it rains on it, the quality goes down to nothing, just about. So when he got done that other field there, I told him just to hold on in case something happened to the tractor or baler and I broke down and couldn't finish baling that field. I didn't want him to come here and get a bunch raked here, and then there's a whole bunch raked and now the baler's down, you know what I mean? So he just hung out for a while, and then he came here a little bit earlier and I finished that field, came here, and now I'm right behind him. And just to finish the day, we'll just chase each other around this field and do it that way to finish the day. And then tomorrow, hopefully, it doesn't rain tonight. Well, that sounds kind of bad. If it rains, it rains, but if it doesn't rain tonight, I should say, we'll get the rake going a little earlier, give it an hour head start or so, and then start raking when the dew's sort of coming off, you know what I mean? So it's not so dry, and then give her. And then if we have a good day tomorrow, we should take a pretty good bite out of this field. And then once we're done this field, move everything back home to right behind the barn there where I was cutting that 7-foot tall canary grass. So we'll see what tomorrow brings, I guess. Even though that's not the best way to do it, raking it when it's that dry, smashing the leaves off. We just got in the habit of doing it that way because a few years ago now, we had a real wet year. Not very much hay was baled dry. So we ended up just making a habit of whatever we raked that day, make sure it was baled, because it seemed like it rained every third day. Every second day it felt like. There was a lot of rain that year, 16 or 19 inches of rain we had that year or something like that. It's crazy. So ever since then, it's just, I don't know, we've kind of stuck with that habit. Yeah, you're losing leaves, but if you rake it and it rains on it, well, you lose quality there too. So I don't know what the right way to do it is, but this is just how we've been doing it. And it works out okay, I guess. Look at that. Might be rain coming this way after all. Wow. We just got that last round done in time. It's pretty much dark now. Probably shouldn't have done the last round, but oh well. It's done. Well, back home. Today worked out. Oh, that freaking thing popped off again. It's stuck in reverse now. Well, that worked out pretty good today. We got done what I wanted to get done. Got my yard done, a little hay piece of my yard here, my house. Got that 55-acre piece done. Moved to that next field up there. Did the headland around that piece. And then, yeah, there was clouds. Looked like there's clouds moving in tonight. According to the radar, there's a system going to come over top of us, but I've seen the radar showing the system coming over top of you lots. And we don't get a drop, so who knows? I guess we'll see what happens in the morning. If I rake up to raindrops, well, might not be raking and baling tomorrow. We'll see. But anyway, I'm going in. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.